Alright, I just wanted to show off a 12 survivor base that is sustainable if you get the right setup and people. So there's various tricks on how to get to 12. If you don't know, look through my videos. I did 2 or 3 on them already. But I'm in the container fort in Cascade Hills. If you look at my base, you'll notice I'll have 12 beds, all used, no risk. This is a huge benefit of having more than 10 survivors. Once you go past, I think I mentioned this before, once you go past 10, the command center is gone as far as the negative. So I have no negatives. So with 12 people, with 10, I get attacked almost all the time. Once you get to 11 or 12, none of the time. So that's great. I got all these. This is, I can't believe I found one, but I got it. The minus 25% food consumption overall meal plan has been fixed and now works. So if you have 12 survivors like I do, you'll notice it says survivors eating only 9. So I get 3 food free just from him. You look at this, I got plus 13. I'm thinking about tearing down one of these hydroponics, but I get 9 each from each hydroponics. I mean, this is just such an awesome setup I got from the Builder Boon trick. She has minus 25 injury severity. That's for everybody. She's electrical, which I don't really need, but it gives 20 parts a day, so that's one good benefit when you max it out. But I have such a wide variety. Nose to tail is basically the best you can hope for a hero with fishing, as it gives, the fishing gives you 2. If you get this as your hero bonus, you get another one. That gives you 3. So that's awesome. This guy right here, plus 5 max med storage. Don't really like it, but he is a driver, and we know how great drivers are. This one is good for when you have plague hearts, not so much when you don't, but it's plus 100 infection resistance. That's for the whole community. So while there's plague hearts, very valuable. After, not so much, but still great. And she has tattoos, skill, which is a rare one, 10 fluence and gained every day on everything, knowledge of medicine, and knowledge of the arts. Knowledge of the arts is for any of its tattoo artists, a musician, or painting. I think there may be a couple others, but it's very important if you use the lounge, which I do in every base, as lounge gives you huge morale bonuses. And if you have knowledge of the arts, you get another plus 5 for free. I will show you that. This is the guy I got lucky with. Double lucky. He has this, the hero plan, which I've never seen other than him. It didn't used to work. I kept them and stuck it out, and they actually patched it, and it works. So I have 12 survivors, so I get 3 free food a day just from that. Plus, he knows pinball. What could be more useful in the apocalypse than fucking pinball, guys? But it gives everybody, it gives him 100% shooting experience, which is great before he maxed it. Knowledge of mechanics, which is good. Free that. Then I have this one here, max 5 stamina, everyone, so that is very good. She has also very good bonuses for herself. And she has the design. Actually, this is knowledge of the arts, so design does it too, but design is rare. Knowledge of craftsmen and knowledge of the arts and global action speed. It's a very good one if you can find it. This is my leader, plus 3 morale, but she has crazy self-stats, I call them. Stats that help just the survivor. She doesn't start conflicts because my morale is so high, but she has fights defensively, which is plus 30 health, minus 40%. Plus I get the other 25% from the community, so she is very hard to kill. I gave her the agriculture on purpose, because that is how you max out your food. And when you max out agriculture, you go from gardening to agriculture. You get another food per day free, and I'll show you that. This guy, he had the ammo wish list, which is invaluable to me because there's really no other ways than outposts and rucksacks to get ammo, and he gives 1 free a day. So that, even though he's a trash hairdresser, I mean, it's not trash. It gives 10 influence to the community and chemistry, so it's okay. And he has all good self stats for himself, but this is invaluable. Plus 1 ammo a day, can't beat that. really. She has +4 morale, but she is a bartender, which helps with the lounge and morale boosts. And she has knowledge of cooking also. If I had a kitchen, it would help with that, but she's got, you can see here, she's got crazy boosts for herself. She gives experience to anybody in the place. The Love to Mentor is great for new recruits, as it helps them max their stats faster. Because that is one that, experience rate, that one is for everybody. It's under the self trait, but it is for everybody. But she has the high pain threshold, which is a really good one, +30 max health. I always have a plumber in every group I have, just because the latrine, again, is a major stat morale booster. And plus, if you max plumbing, it gives that person 20 extra stamina. And she's max stamina, another one for everyone. So that's plumbing. Always recommend plumbing. This one is another good one. Gives 30% building or action speeds for the facilities. So that's pretty good. And she has this, which is also pretty good. Electronics don't really need after upgrading the command center to level 3. But if it's maxed out, you get 25% parts salvaged from weapons. So I'm getting a lot of different boosts. I have such a wide variety. And this is one of my staples. I always have problem pronouncing this damn word. It's lichenology, lichenology, I forget what the hell it is, but whatever it is, you need it. You need it. It's 2 meds a day. That cancels out any rank infirmary. So level 2 or level 3 infirmary, which I have, it cancels out the cost of that. Very important to have her. And as you can see, she has crazy stuff here too. Hidden pouches is very good. She can carry a bunch of stuff. Really good. This one, I don't really like the morale boost because I don't need it. But as you can see, I have a lichenologist, electronics, plumbing, bartending, hairdressing, agriculture, design, pinball, tattoos, driving. I mean, I think I almost have one of all the best things you can get. And then we'll look at my base setup. Now, to support these people, I had to, because I get 1 ammo from that one guy, which is awesome. As you can see here, his name's Caplock, which is pretty funny. I get 4 ammo a day, so I have 3 ammo outposts plus him, 4 ammo a day, more than enough. Materials, the staging area, you have to have it because look at all that stuff it cancels out. Cancels out everything that requires materials. The reason why materials are important after building things. You may not think they're important for your facilities after you've built everything, but if you go to 0 materials, what happens is your facilities start breaking, and then you have to repair them and build them. It's a pain in the ass. So you never want your materials to go to 0, or else all these things that you built will start breaking, and you'll lose the bonuses for them until you repair them. Real pain in the ass. So always have a staging area. That cancels that out. And then if you have, I think the best boon in the game that everyone should get first is the builder boon. Power and water for a base, invaluable. It saves you a spot for a generator or an outpost for power. It also saves you a spot from a rain collector or a still for water or an outpost for water. You don't need that. It's the best thing ever. And you see I got two outposts I use for fuel. More than enough. I'm getting 20 parts free. Influence, I'm already maxed, so I can't, because all the bonuses, I can't get any more. Meds, if you look at this, I have a hydroponics. I converted to meds. So I get the +2 from the lichenologist. So that cancels out the infirmary. And then I get 7 meds a day. So you make a hydroponics, and then if
I've got eyes on a freak here.
the lichenologist allows you to replant to... Are you kidding me? Who's at the feral in the base? Who is the son of a bitch? How does he just walk in here? I mean, what the hell is that shit? What are you guys all doing here? What is going on in this base? Okay? When I am teaching, you keep me safe, you assholes. I mean, how... That's trolling, bro. Another developer troll. They spawned him in the base. That's bullshit. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I don't remember what the hell I was talking about now. Okay. Alright, so yeah. When you have a lichenologist, you make a hydroponics, which is why you need power and water. You need that to make this. And then you use this option, replant to food. I mean to meds. And you have to have knowledge of herbalism, which the lichenologist already has. So that's another bonus to that. On any hydroponics, except for meds, put the compost. That'll give you from 3 to 6. Okay? And then if you have seeds and you have the agriculturist like I did, so you can go to 9. So you go from 3 to 6 with the compost, and then from 6 to 9 with seeds. If you have an agriculture, as you can see, bonus from agriculture. You don't get a bonus for this with an agriculturist, but this you do. Same with this. If you do this, I like the pesticide mod on the meds because I just don't like using food for everything. Because the compost does cost 1 food a day, so and technically you're getting 8 food instead of 9. Are you kidding me? Is there another son? Dude, what is going on, guys? I have a 0 risk base. How are these people getting in here? What is going on? Are you not keeping watch, sir? What is going on down there? Oh my God! Look at this. No risk in the feral and all this shit coming in here. What the hell is going on?
I'd sure like to believe that things are finally looking up for us.
Shut your mouth when I'm talking, sir. Fuel, again, there's no other way to get it other than outpost. There may be a hero skill. I think I found one before. But the ammo one is really good. I got lucky with that. Otherwise, I always do all ammo outposts. This came with 8 beds, free. If it didn't, I would be in trouble here. Because I'd have to... No, I can still do it. Because this would give 8. That's another reason why I love the lounge. Level 2 or 3, you just need to get it to 2. 3 doesn't give you an extra bed. So the most you get is 2 beds. It's free. There's no negativities for those beds. So that's why I like it. Plus you get all these morale bonuses. And if you have, like I said, a knowledge for the arts, a hero, any hero with that, you get another 5. And then on top of that... If you have an Xbox, which everyone should have, look at that. You get 15 morale on top of that. And then you can come in here and do these things. And because I have a bartender, I can do this and get even higher. But I usually don't do that. I usually just do this one because it doesn't, cause any risk or anything. And you get an extra 3. And as long as you keep your morale very high, 68 or higher, like I have here, everyone's going to be happy. Nobody's going to be fighting. I can see some other things have worn off, which is this a major one. The plumbing also doesn't cost anything. I always recommend the latrine. And latrine 2 with a plumber gives you 20 morale. You get 10 from this, and then you get a bonus for free if you have power and a plumber. You'll see it in here. It's called flushing toilets. There it is. Plus 10 everyone. So you get, it's incredible. You're going to see this jump from 68 to crazy high once these 2 things finish. This one I always do because it doesn't cost anything and you get 20% influence, so always do this. Network dish obviously is the best thing to have on the command center as it gives you 2 extra outposts. Workshop you want to do to level 2 or 3 at least. And then you want to put whatever ammo mods you have on it. Some people like armory. I don't. I like using the lounge and the staging area for my large slots. If I have another one, 3, like most of the other, this is the only big base that doesn't have 3. If I have 3, I always do lounge, staging area, and then the third one will usually be barracks. Barracks with the white noise machine will cancel out pretty much the negativity for sleeping outside. And usually I'll do just the 6-bed one, and there's no negative for that. And then you get 10 morale. See if I have one in my locker, but you'll see. Yeah, this guy right here. White, it requires power, but again, if you have the Builder Legacy Boon, you get power free. So you put that on your barracks. This also works, I found out, on just a regular outside bed bunk. If you upgrade it to level 2, you can put this on it. So that this thing is one of the best mods, I think. If you have fighting facilities, you can put these on there. This is nice, but those are the best ones. I got three or four network dishes, but yeah, this I love for that. The other mods I use always on the infirmary until all the plague hearts are done. I always have the sanitizing machine, as that, as you can see here, is 50% infection recovery. That's from the sanitizing machine with power, which again, that's why you need the builder boon. Once the plague cure is gone, then I will usually put on it. I don't have it here, but this is good because it lets you do, health a lot, but I like the casting mod better. I don't have it on this one. I haven't found it yet, but it's called the casting kit, and it gives you injury recovery on top of what you're already getting. So I do switch those two out. Storage, I usually put a mini fridge or bullet storage, or this one does +2. That can be whatever you want. Lounge, always the Xbox. Staging area, can't put nothing on them. Hydroponics food, compost, med. You can put this if you have it. That gives the best. It's 50%. Shut up, Red Talon. Jesus. Or the gardening tool gives you 30% if you don't have this one. If you don't have the insecticide one, which is specifically for meds, you can see it gives 50% here, pesticide. If I didn't have that, I would be putting the gardener tool, this one here, and it would give me 30. So I don't really use anything else other than that, and as you can see, look at this. It went from 68 to 81 from the latrine and just that one little thing from the lounge. Nobody ever fights in my base, even though I have 12 people in here. Nobody ever fights because the morale is so high. And another bonus to the morale is the higher your morale, usually the better items they'll go out and find. So you'll notice sometimes people will just show up, kind of like the sheriff boon. Someone will just say, "Hey, I went out and I made myself useful, and I found this." And you'll get painkillers and other things. So the higher the morale, the more they usually will do that. So that's another good reason, not only to stop fights, but it's also so they'll go out and look for stuff when you're out of the base. Look at all this crap around my base. What the hell is going on here? If you can get 12 survivors and this good of a variety of them, you can make a really good community. Really good. Like I want to keep this community for a long time. Because I can sustain it, and you can sustain it the way I showed you. It takes a little luck with some of the hero skills. Even if I didn't have that, say I didn't have the 1 ammo, I'd still get 3. And say I didn't have the meal plan, I'd still be getting 11 food a day on top. You know what I mean? They'd be eating 12, and I'd still be getting like 10 or 11. So it wouldn't even really affect me. It's just a bonus he has it. But the Lichenologist you have to have, in my opinion, to cancel out the meds. That's the only one I know. And she lets you create meds hydroponics. Materials, you have to have the staging area. You just have to have it. Or all this stuff in red, I'd be losing like 6 materials a day. It'd be ridiculous. You wouldn't be able to keep up with that. Fuel, I usually like 2 or more. At least 2, so you can, because somebody's always going to kick a fuel can over or some bullshit and lose it, so at least 2 of anything to accommodate that, except for materials, because I don't want to take over a material outpost. Yeah, that's it. Everything else, even if they waste it or knock it over, food, meds, ammo, I'm compensated for it heavily, so it's fine. And I can see probably the Xbox wore off, as you can see how big of a jump that dropped. One from 81 to 66. That's what I'm saying. These morale boost things are important. Anything you can't fit in the base, I like to keep my numbers in the beginning low for materials and all kind of stuff, around 20 for everything, because I find the higher I go, the more they waste. So in the beginning, I'll stack rucksacks up in the cars outside my base as I find them. And then if I need them, I'll bring them in. Because their community is going to waste stuff regardless. But right now I have so much coming in, it doesn't even matter. And that is about it.